My name is Veronica Kieran. I'm an anthropologist, photographer, and writer. I'm writing a history book about the United States as lived by the silent generation. But in order to interview them on a nationwide scale, I need your help.
Today's grade schools aren't teaching cursive. They're not teaching the times tables or how to read analog clocks. Families are far apart, elders are distanced from their family's youth. We're losing the context of our past. This book is about saving our history so that younger generations have a chance at understanding what life was like before everyone had a car, or their own phone, or a microwave to quickly cook food. In order to accomplish this, I'm driving around the United States interviewing members of the silent generation. I believe they hold the key to not only understanding what life was like, but how it's changed and the true impact of that change. I interviewed a woman in New Orleans who took her grandchildren to the World War II Museum. Her 14-year-old grandson couldn't read the letters that were on display because they were written in cursive. She had to read them to him. Without her guidance, he would have missed that history. And not every person is so lucky. We've been taught history in facts and figures, made to memorize for quizzing and to move up a grade. But that's not how we understand our lives. We learn through stories and experience. But I didn't grow up during a time when television wasn't in every home. I can't tell that story, but the silent generation can. Their stories add flesh to the bones of history facts. By writing a book, I can capture these stories in a single organized place. By doing this on a national scale, the book will offer a more accurate history of the entire country. I am scheduled to interview Blacks, Whites, Amish, Natives, and more. Finally, by driving to each person, I offer a display of respect for the story, can answer questions, and ensure a cohesiveness across the project. I need two things: stories and funding. I don't have any way to contact a full and diverse group but through you. I will speak to anyone over the age of 75 who can still tell their own story. I'll also share the material I record with the family if able. I also need funding to get to each story. I'm not asking for much, but the more received, the further I can go. If I can reach the benchmarks, I can fly to Alaska, Hawaii, and maybe Guam, Samoa, and Puerto Rico. They are a part of our history and ought to be included too.
By giving and supporting this project, you are helping preserve our history as experienced by those who lived it. We will better understand how technology has changed our culture and what we may have lost. Thank you.